and showing up yesterday where, where Nova Esports didn't have the greatest showing. They might be the second best team from Malaysia, maybe?
Yeah, it's all about now is the test of consistency. As we head on to the draft, we're going to see staple bands, but something really sparks, right? It's the Marco Polo. Is this something that they're really respecting in the meta or just against the Philippine team?
Yeah, I think they had a little bit of research, right? I mean, Azar just kind of... Okay, this is one of those things where Azar is actually... He played in Team Secret, so he has a little bit of insights in terms of how the team works. They have a little bit of an idea, but I think that this is more of like Team Secret be like, actually, we know Azar as well. We've got the intel on you. Let's kind of ban out this Marco Polo here.
Yeah, and how about this? Like the latest on priority of Boom Esports and Yuan. I think for the games of the day that you witnessed, Mr. Tofu, I think it's a great way to see. Like this is like a great kind of a caliber to start the early game.
Yeah, but it's huge burst potential, right, coming out from the side of Boom Esports. So I think right now they just need a little bit more tankiness. A save. Zhang Fei looks great once again, and the bans onto the Long as well as the Mai really gonna make a lot of work for them.
Yeah, and Boom Esports here, like, look, these two picks, Yuhan and the Lady Soon, very meta thus far. We've seen this time, like, throughout the 4 days that we've been here, right? Team Secret, on the other hand, they go with a Diadea, which has kind of not been the greatest in terms of win rate. I think teams are still getting a feel for how this is supposed to be played to its highest potential, but they're picking up the Menki here and the Dharma. Both of these guys, big bruisers, a lot of damage up front, and these are very meta picks.
Yeah, Holla, I'm with the same page as you are. Like, if you want to go with a Diadea, it's like a full swing kind of lineup that you need to time mostly on how the passive works with this hero. It's a great game changer in team fights, but you also need to make sure that if you have the right amount of defense, you also need to have the great line of offense.
Yes, for sure. And I mean, going into this one with the Dharma and the Menki, you have the Diadea that can kind of just latch onto them with a Heart Link. So you have ways to just be in your face. Now, Boom Esports, they have the Yuan, which is kind of sustains a bit. You have the Unending Sorrow to kind of just slow things down a bit. But Team Secret are like, hey, it doesn't really matter. We're still just going to run at you. We're tanky enough that it really doesn't matter.
Well, something does matter here. Like the DRNG. It also it's Gun and Mo, right?
Yeah.
For the second ban as well by Boom Esports. And I think the coach as well are very happy to take this one off the board, as well as they know where to go next. It's the Lady Shun. We all know how this hero is so important now in the team fights, especially with close range.
Yeah, Lady John, we've seen plenty of it, right? Coming back all the way from like season 1. It's just had so much play. It's very strong. It's very meta. It has so much control. It has everything that you want, plus the kitchen sink. But it looks like they're going to counter this with the Mengya, and this is the new hero, and not everybody has gotten an opportunity. Obviously, these players have. It opens up globally on the 19th, so stay tuned. You save up your gold. Make sure that you pick up this hero because he's a fun one.
Yeah, completely. And we have seen some great debuts in this hero on the first day, but today not so much. A bit of a defense and then a decrease on the win rate as well. So I hope Team Secret are now in their hands. They could use something out of this to increase how their lineup works. On the last pick of Boom Esports, this Team Secret lineup is really an all-in kind of situation, relying on the setups of Dharma and as well as Diadea.
Yeah, and I like it how they're shaking things up, right? I mean, not to say that Team Secret haven't picked all these heroes, but the Diadea and the Mengya playing on the international stage, because these heroes were kind of released somewhat recently, so we haven't seen them play with them. But having that little combination, plus you've kind of sprinkled little extra sweets on it with the Shangguan to kind of match out the Yuan sustain. This is going to be an interesting game as Boom Esports finish off their draft with the Charlotte here.
Yep, so with this, we will go into the first game of this series. Team Secret looking to pull one over Boom. Likewise, Boom looking to take it over. Now, it is a game of precise timings. Based on the drafts, they must hit it and it must hit the mark at the right time.
Yeah, it's all about timing, right? Because for the last pick of Boom Esports as well, all of this is relying on the damage and the reason as well, having the Dolia on their hands. Full trust on the lineup. Let's see how the execution will go with these two.
Yeah, okay, we're going to have to see. I mean, the game is loaded up. They're waiting for it to kind of start again. All right, if we're just going to look at the draft, though, who do you give the edge to, OSX?
Right now, for early game, I'm probably going to give it to the idea, the Yuan, as well as the Sun. Well, it's the Mengya and Yuan, because right now they have more capability to even harass early game heroes against Boom Esports. They have more utilization on that because they either they really want to delay where the donut could be coming from once it hits level 4. But now, probably, I see Mengya doing really good in pairs depending on how the zoning has been being doing by the roamer.
Okay. No, I do agree. I think that it's going to be an interesting one. Just this bottom lane is very new to me, right? Having the combination. We've seen the Mengya, but we haven't seen it with a Diadea. We've seen it, I think, one other game, but the Mengya has had other support roamers to help him out. So this is going to be an interesting one. Going up against the Lady Soon, which is time and time again, I would say, one of the more reliable farm laners. Again, I'm not too sure who to give the edge to, so to speak, in this bottom lane.
Yeah, that's one thing to note, right? I think how will they timing this kind of lineup will actually work against Team Secret? We see the rotation coming close from Dragon, and we've seen some ladies runs today make all the rotations as well work for the mid laners. I think that's one thing with the meta right now. Starting with the defensive item to activate more likely of the passive of protection as you go around with this hero.
Yeah, kind of on the squishier side, right? You want to be a little bit safe, especially because the roams can happen at any moment. A G6 or TNX on either of these two heroes just coming in at you just could do some serious damage, right? So you got to be a little bit careful. I think teams right now kind of playing a little bit safer than what we've seen. Again, nobody really wants to make a mistake. Yes, they've gotten that first match win, but it looks like action in the bottom lane. No, they're just gonna disengage here.
Yeah, to add more to that, man, I think both of these teams right now is kind of like a momentum startup. Whoever gets the right kind of kill for everybody for the lineup of these two could actually make a great impact.
Yeah, it'd be huge, right? And look at Miggy, Zwan, both of them kind of dueling it out. Team Secret making things a little uncomfortable. I mean, Miggy actually had to use the flash already to kind of start things off, and the finishing stroke just back to safety, but now Boom Esports chasing, but they really can't catch anything.
It's like chasing more of the possible resources you can get out of. Look at that poke from Azar. Almost 3/4 HP with this. Mengya from Sun.
Yeah, doing a little bit of chip damage on that tower, but Sun has got the level advantage, if anything, and Azar just hit level 5, so this is going to be, they're going to be very close, right? I think that the bottom lane is going to be a bit of a wash. I think that they, Azar and Sun, both of these guys, very good farm laners, understanding their game awareness and vision are on another level.
Yeah, slowly building up with their items as well. So if Boom Esports would really want to have an advantage of here, they either be more careful on how to attempt or even try to get one against Team Secret. I love how these two ones right now in the farm lane are very being cautious on their next steps moving forward.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, nothing too much going on, especially early, but again, teams don't want to make mistakes. Shisan right here, he's going to dash away, he's going to be fine. But in the bottom lane, a little bit of action.
Yep, with the flash, Dragon comes in, gets the freeze as well. Potential first blood. Boom wants right first, and they get it. Sun gets taken down, and Boom has a great start.
Yeah, that is completely a great way to zone out that Mengya right away. And Yuan can only do so much in terms of the invade counter, but this sets up another objective to be taken by these two.
Yeah, I mean, Sun did go down. Yeah, gave up first blood. That is a bit of an issue, but I mean, a good gank, really, by Boom Esports. That's kind of what you want, but they converted it. They realized that, hey, actually, we can't really help Yuan or Sun in the bottom lane because he's dead, but we're going to take the Overlord. So, very smart play. Get something, making something out of a bad situation.
Yeah, a small delay there, and as it happens here, it looks like G6 gonna miss the mark here for the tie.
Knowing what we know, who do you think, has to really win this? Like, is there more pressure on one of the teams over another one?
It could be. Like, it's all about momentum for these two groups. Like, you only get to have a chance to be dominating your group, and you will take that advantage as you go on to the most hardest part, which is the playoff. So this is time that you need to go up against the other teams. You don't want to be in trouble.
Yeah, they get the stun. Miggy gets caught out as well as Shishan takes to the air. He will move back at the moment. A G6 is falling a little bit low. Does have his ultimate on hand as well. So TNX, at this point, Secret, they still survive this initial lead that Boom have acquired for themselves.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a sizable lead. It's, 1.2 at this point in 5 minutes. This is no small feat by Boom Esports. And they've been kind of playing it off pretty well in the sense of, taking it to Team Secret, right? Team Secret did really well previously in against Influence Rage because they had an early lead, were able to kind of take advantage of it, and it kind of just controlled the game. But in the mid lane,
Nice catch on the 3. This is where Sun pops up as well. When with that, they will take 2 kills right now. They're not looking very good on the side of G6 as well. T1 being threatened at this point. Team Secret turn it around in a minute.
Yeah, and at this point that we are seeing Team Secret to take advantage of how the zone is being in their favor. They have the idea, and also they have the Shangguan as well. It's all about zone kill zone, right? Yeah. It's a complete kill zone, to put it that way. And we're going back to the reveal how it all went.
oh, that 3-man Dream Roll was on point. Yes, you've got the stasis, but it doesn't really matter. You're just so low. And this is Team Secret's MO. They win a team fight, they turn it into objective. They get the conversions, which is super important because that really builds the lead.
Oh, Shishan. He got knocked back. They will look to chase. Miggy entering in the front lines as well. Can he get the power of gradation in? His eyes on Yuhan as well. Will pop back out. The stun comes in. TNX on the back lines. Dream roll! And Xuan is going to get the first one in this, as well as Miggy falls next. And boom, they have to retreat. G6, he does have his ultimate. Will try and push them back for a little bit. But in the mid, Sun is doing so much work as well. T2 on the verge of falling.
Yeah, okay, so TNX, so patient. He was going through the bushes and he was hidden. He could have gone in at any moment, but he wanted the perfect Dream Roam. He got it at the base.
Oh my goodness, maybe getting caught out again. The stun comes in. Xuan needs to back off at the same time. Once again, the T2 also being threatened at the bottom.
Yeah, they really want to capitalize on the landscape right here they're seeing against Boom Esports. Wow, coming in from a pause, they really know how to keep that momentum in because Team Secret, they're really making this lineup work. We're now seeing how the Mengyao is being more effective in this kind of lineup. Pairing it with the Diadea, yeah, but just by looking at the items, you're more likely to see how this one's gonna go.
Yeah, but Sun has been almost untouched. He's just going wherever he wants to be. I mean, he's got the Gatling guns. He's just pushing all of the towers. They've taken all 3 T1s at this moment, and they're in the enemy jungle. That means Boom Esports are gonna start to starve. They're gonna get a little bit more desperate, trying to get something going. But right now, it's all defense.
Yeah, I don't like that word, starve. Like, good thing we had some snacks here during our break, because this time, we would need the extra energy we can get, because Team Secret is building on the lead that Boom Esports needs to catch.
Yep, G6 being threatened at this point, nothing too big. Shishan, he's trying to look for an angle, right? He's been trying over and over again. Hasn't really found that opening chance just yet.
Yeah, Team Secret playing smart though. Go push it, put in a little bit of pressure, right? Boom Esports has to respond. They put all 5 in the mid lane. What does that mean? Top lane, Juan, he's gonna be able to push. Team Secret were able to back off. TNX picks up his blue buff in the meantime, and they're regrouping, and they're looking to go again.
We're looking at the rotation as one from Boom Esports, mainly because of the Dolia. They need to activate more of the teammates in selected defense because the toughness.
Oh, the knockback! He catch him! He will escape at this point. G6, the refresh comes in as well, trying to go for the double ultimate, but is it enough damage? Sun is left untouched still. Miggy gonna try and come in. Flash as well, but he's flashed into the middle of 2, 3! Sishan gets the first kill in this exchange, and right now it is no trades coming out from Boom Esports. Overlord also looking like they will fall into the hands of Team Secret. They are moving forward.
Well, that was a great AoE attack by Boom Esports. One thing that kept them from going to that follow-up was all of the boards of their own camp that lead Team Secret to take their Overlord for themselves.
Yeah, and Miggy there, I probably a little over-aggressive. They were trying to make some action happen, try to get that pick off. Unfortunately, he went all in on this one, and now Shisan looking to just duel. Okay, it looks like they're gonna just back off here, but you know, it's a funny one because the Unending Sorrow by G6, and then it gets countered by the Shisan finishing stroke, and then there's like this giant wave where they can't hit each other.
Yeah, and with this, we're looking at more of the AoE strength that Boom Esports needs to activate from now on, because with the lead slowly building with Team Secret, they need to catch up, because I'm looking at how they're going to catch a one from Team Secret here, either Suwon or even Shisan, but it's so hard. Only by Sun, or only catch Sun, because again, they still have one more factor, the damage. I hope Miggy right now has more advantage in terms of damage. to get in the back line of Team Secret.
Yeah, and you rightly pointed out, Boom Esports here, they don't really have that catch, right? Basically, Team Secret has a lot of, you have the truth, you can kind of reposition to get the stun. You have that dream roam. You have these ways to kind of just create chaos and just lock people down. And Boom Esports are going to struggle because they're kind of on the squishier side.
My goodness, look at that aggression coming from Team Secret. They just got the Overlord, and also it's available for the second one to be taken the enhanced one. But will they go for it, or will they use? Look at the position of Suwon here. Oh no!
Catches hands on the Miggy, lands on the pommel. It's gonna be Sun finishing the job for them, as well as Sishan takes to the air. At this point, he will give his life, but the trade is the Tyrant. Unless they can get a steal, not gonna happen. Dream roll, they catch them on the back as well. They have to run with their tails in between their legs. TNX chasing in, gets another kill. And right now, it is just Secret all over the place. A rampage coming in, double kill as well. And Sun will not be stopped. Secret stomped them.
Oh my goodness. An ace. Yeah, that's kind of what we expected from Team Secret. You don't find, like, if Son is left untouched, he's gonna blow you up. He's gonna clean house at this point, and now they're looking to just push this along. But if we're looking at the replay here, TNX chasing them across, dragging Logistics solo, not really able to get away, and Son with his machine gun just shooting them all down.
Bro, Suwon was the only one waiting in that bush to make Boom Esports react, and the only 3 people, even 2, to take that Tyrant with them. And with the damage they got from the buff itself, it was a complete wipeout again from Boom Esports. This is just getting deadlier by the second.
Yeah, each kill, again, turning into objectives, compounding it right now, and the lead is starting to grow. TNX tops 8.4 with Juan, as well as Sun 9.5. The highest in the game. He is an absolute monster at this stage.
Oh no, speaking of being monsters as well, another Overlord slowly being taken by Team Secret, and everybody here from Boom Esports would really want this. And the way to put this kind of situation, they have been starving out for resources. 11-2. Now they have the enhanced Overlord here. I was about to say advanced, what the hell?
I mean, but this 9K net worth lead is starting to push. They're going to push the Shadow Vanguard in the bottom lane, which is great because they're pushing the top, and it looks like they can kind of chip away at this T3 a little bit, but they're going to wait for the Vanguard before they make their next big push. Boom Esports right now don't have a T3 in the mid lane, so they need to kind of make sure that the top lane is protected as much as possible.
Oh, you need all the protection as well, because again, there's no front line who's going to be worthy here against Boom Esports, because this hard tank frontline border of Team Secret, they need damage with this.
Yeah, they're going in. TNX on the backline, chasing the other jungler as well. Will eat that Ultimate Shell at the same time. There's too much damage coming from Secret. This could be the end. No, what a catch from Shen, and the base is going to fall. Crystal exposed. Dragons hitting down on it, and Secret take them by storm.
That was a quick dominating comeback from a pause, I mean.
Yeah.
And that is Team Secret not letting any moment lose against Boom Esports.
Team Secret not holding anything back. Even in the group stage, completely controlling that, getting that 1T fight, compounding it into much more of that net worth of just controlling the game and